You already know what time it is. Before we get into this hot pot of tea, let me remind you that everything said in this video is alleged and based on my own personal opinion. I'm not saying anything is fact unless these people say it with their own verified mouths. I'm just here to connect the dots, sip the tea, and give y'all the rundown of what's been buzzing in the streets. Now let's get into this situation involving Yo Gotti, Simmons, and GloRilla, because the math is mathing and not in a good way. So let me paint the picture for those of y'all who may have missed the prelude. For a while, Yo Gotti and Simmons were giving what some might call unexpected couple goals. This was the man who literally rapped about her years ago, publicly, boldly, like a man who was manifesting his dream girl through lyrics. And lo and behold, years later, it worked. They linked up, and when they finally made it public, people lost it. Yo Gotti had won. The man who shot his shot in a song ended up with the woman herself. It was giving manifestation, consistency, and a sprinkle of love story magic. Fast forward to 2023 and early 2024. Angela and Gotti were out here soft launching hard. Matching fits, holding hands at events, tropical vacations, and red carpet appearances. For once, it looked like Angela was letting someone into her world who genuinely admired her, and Gotti seemed to be proud to have her by his side. But over the past few months, things have shifted. The online displays of affection dried up. No new couple photos, no birthday posts, no bi appreciation energy. Just subtle distance, and then the rumors started. Cue GloRilla. Now let me be clear, GloRilla is signed to CMG, Yo Gotti's label. So naturally, there's going to be interaction. Studio sessions, video shoots, press events, it comes with the territory. But what got people talking was the way Gotti and Glo started showing up together. Not just as artist and label exec, but in more relaxed, low-key environments. They weren't just linking up for music, they were popping up in places that didn't scream business meeting. Dinner in the LA. A cozy moment at an after-party. Glo posting stories with Gotti's voice in the background. The energy changed and the people noticed. Now let's talk about Angela's response, because sis didn't say a word, but she didn't have to. She moved like someone who was blindsided, or at least disappointed. Her Instagram posts shifted from romantic and lighthearted to introspective and moody. You know the type. The mirror selfies with no smile. The captions about peace, boundaries, and choosing yourself. It was giving soft breakup. It was giving, I'm good, but not really. Fans noticed that she unfollowed Yo Gotti and quietly removed a few of their photos together. That's not random. That's damage control, emotional, and public. And then came the post that sealed it. A cozy pic of her in a robe, glass of wine in hand, no makeup, looking peaceful, but the caption, "Woo," she wrote, "I'm not fighting for what doesn't want to be kept." Now listen, I'm not a certified therapist, but that right there sounds like a woman who feels replaced, disrespected, or, at the very least, confused. And with all the GloRilla buzz happening at the same time, you can't tell me the timing was a coincidence. Now here's where things get real interesting. Right after the blog pages started circulating these rumors, and right after Angela's fans started dragging Gotti for allegedly messing around on her with his own artist, Angela received a mystery flower delivery. But let me tell you something, this wasn't no regular-degular bouquet. This was extravagant. I'm talking luxury. White roses, peonies, rare orchids, designed and arranged like something straight off a wedding altar. The kind of flower setup that whispers, "Please forgive me," in soft piano notes. She posted the flowers on her Instagram story with no caption at first, just a slow pan of the arrangement while an old-school R&B track played in the background. The vibes were delicate, dramatic, and absolutely intentional. But what caught everyone's attention was when she reposted the clip with a new caption, "Say less, do more." Now, baby, that's not someone swooning over flowers. That's someone saying, "This is a start, but I'm still side-eyeing you." And let's not pretend we don't know who sent them. I mean, who else would it be? A random admirer didn't drop 5 figures on a sympathy bouquet right in the middle of a cheating rumor storm. That was clearly from Gotti, allegedly trying to do damage control the way men often do, with gifts instead of accountability. Now, I know what y'all are probably thinking. What if Gotti and Glo are just close professionally? What if people are reading too much into it? And to that, I say, context matters. Because even if nothing physical went down, if Angela felt blindsided or neglected while he was out here publicly cheesing with another woman, that's a problem. Emotional betrayal cuts just as deep, and the fact that he thought flowers would fix it. That's classic behavior. Men will do the bare minimum after making a woman feel like she's being replaced, and then expect her to forget all about it because the florist showed up with a note. And speaking of GloRilla, let's break this part down too. Glo is young, confident, loud, and bold. She's not the type to sneak around or keep a low profile. She's also rising fast in her career. She's got her own name now, her own brand, and she's been very publicly grateful to Yo Gotti for putting her on. That bond can get complicated when personal emotions mix with business. But let's be real, if anything did happen between them, it's on Gotti. He's the one in the relationship. He's the one who made Angela a public part of his brand. The responsibility falls on him, not on a younger artist who may or may not be blurring lines in a power dynamic. And here's what people aren't saying out loud. Angela Simmons is legacy. She's not an Instagram girl trying to get on. She's not someone chasing clout. She comes from hip-hop royalty. She has her own brand, her own business ventures, her own fan base. She didn't need to date Yo Gotti for relevance. He needed her to complete the story. And if he's out here risking that for temporary thrill or messy label drama, that's not just a red flag, that's self-sabotage. Now let's shift gears and talk about the optics of it all. Angela posting those flowers, even with a little shade in the caption, shows that she's not fully over it. She's watching him. She's processing. She might still care, but the fact that she hasn't forgiven him publicly or confirmed they're still together says a lot. Gotti, meanwhile, has remained completely silent. No statement, no denial, no accountability. Which, honestly, makes it all worse. Because if this was all just a misunderstanding, wouldn't you want to clear your name and show your woman the respect she deserves? Instead, Gotti is laying low. And sometimes silence says more than 1,000 tweets. So where does that leave us? What's the next chapter in this messy situation? Is Angela done? Is Gotti going to step up and be the man she thought she was getting? Or is this going to be yet another case of a powerful woman having to pick up the pieces while a man plays coy with his future? Only time will tell. But here's what I do know. Flowers don't fix betrayal. Grand gestures don't heal broken trust. And if Angela does decide to walk away for good, I hope she knows she's not losing. He is. And to all the women watching, don't let a man who begged to be in your life start treating you like an option. Just because he showed up with roses doesn't mean he's showing up for you. Sometimes the best apology is changed behavior, not a bouquet. So now I want to hear from y'all. Do you think Gotti and GloRilla crossed the line? Was Angela right to feel some type of way? And do y'all believe those flowers were enough to fix it, or just a temporary distraction from something deeper? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like this video if you're tired of watching queens settle for potential, and hit that subscribe button if you want more truth, more tea, and way less tolerance for nonsense. I'll be back with more very soon. And remember, don't let a man send you flowers for a mess he chose to create. See y'all in the next one.